She doesn't have to do it. She aims the stuff up. But no, that was a good piece. You know, it's, and when you go on, you can see it's been done. Actually, I did it 6 times. It was done not once but 6 times because it's done in 2D. It's done in 2D, so it could actually be shown on a television screen. And it is done in 2D to get it on, be able to get it on the internet. But it's also done in 3D. So it is big enough to get on a television screen and yet small enough. So it took 6 times doing the very same thing, 6 times in order to be able to do it. That's the whole problem. The longer it gets, because you just can't do anything in 3D and not do it in 2D. So it's 4 times if you do something in 2D and 3D. Just a short piece is 4 times. Long piece is 6 times because you have to put the pieces together, and that's 2 more functions. So, and then you got to add the music to it. And if people will pay much close attention to a lot of things with their avatars, you know, like when her avatar, you know, they fall over. I don't have to, not standing at the whole time. She goes like this. It tends to come in exactly when she's pointing at somebody, which means I jockey the audio around so that I can do the movement, because my movements, I have an X amount of movements that I already have created, and which is why, you know, you'll sit there and do this, and you'll sit there and she'll, you know, those are X amount of things. I've got more that I'm working on. You're going to see the new avatar, which will be the one that is really her. You know, which, you know, it's going to be really her, and well, it's going to have a much shorter skirt, lots of leg, lots of, you know, basically her colored body instead of the, because it's a problem when you, okay, the problem is the avatars I'll work out start out with no clothes on to begin with.
And since
You can't put the avatars on with no clothes.
all of the people that were in the movie Avatar said that with that movie they were naked more often.
They've never been so naked in their life, you know, because they basically, they're painting them and stuff for the stuff.
Right, and so you can't wear any clothes.
That's right.
And you always have to leave a little breathing space for your skin.
Yeah, right. Basically, at the back of their spine, they've got a strip like about like that. Remember James Bond, where he said you had to do that in order to live? Yeah, basically that you breathe. That's a little tip on being a vampire. Vampires did not originally bite people in the jugular vein; they bit them at the spine of their back.
Oh, did they really?
Which is why the vampires are always tearing all the girls' clothes off. Well, because how are they going to bite them at the spine if they don't have their clothes all off? But they misrepresent. They get the wrong idea. Thought the vampire was having his way with their. No, he just couldn't bite the people. But you know, the guys were simple. You just yanked the shirt up. Women had dresses. But you're gonna. This is just basically how it's done, because there's lots and lots and lots more work to go, and probably when we get to the finished product of True 3D, you're going to actually see the process of how it's all put together. I mean, I haven't written the music for it yet either, and I've got music. There'll be lyrics to Venice Beach, Surfing at Venice Beach 2121 that hasn't been written, and there's going to be music to you know. 9/11 from New Orleans. So you know, that's going to be done. You'll probably hear music for 9/11 from the New Orleans probably the 10th of September. And it means I also have to try it out, because we will guarantee you. Monty thinks that Not a Spring Chick sounds very well, but
What?
that,
Oh!
yeah.
My voice tone.
But I mean,
okay, I'm
yeah.
not really a singer. I can sing and hum and all that
I know.
other stuff. If the music's really loud, or put me in a shower and turn it up really loud.
Yeah, but I mean, see, I can get away with, you know, Whedon's going wild. There's nothing like a Whedon that's going wild. Just ask Monty. I can sing. I can go. Or I can go. When Harvey shines or shining, the shining for you. I got a 4.5 octave range when I want to play with it, because I used to make my living doing background, a lot of living too, doing background stuff in on videos, and not videos, we didn't call them actually like back in there, well, they were called scuba tones, folks. They actually put money in a machine and they would play music, play their version of a music video. And I also do background and surf and sand pictures and other stuff, so I've done this all my life. I just haven't done it in a while. And they say you have to, mostly I have to get my voice in shape because I'm nasal metallic, because I favor the Irish in my family. So I will have to pull some of that out. But she is going to be singing. Yeah, which that's in post-production also, so you get to see that. But Monty loves her.
She's my baby.
Yeah, Monty listens. But, and we got a lot of other people. We got a couple, we do some people. We do know some people that we'll probably be cutting in very shortly that are really Broadway types. They know Broadway musicals and motion pictures. We know a couple. We know some people that have been god-awful, big motion pictures they've been in.
Who?
Huh? Just a couple of people you know.
Oh.
You've totally forgotten already.
Oh.
One of them, was with the original version of the Travolta thing.
Oh.
And another one was in that movie that you love that everybody hates.
Oh yeah, they are two of my friends.
Yeah, they're two of your friends. And they're both two of the biggest musicals ever to come.
You know what? That's right.
Yeah, one of them is the biggest musical ever to happen. So.
That's true.
Yeah, they do that, and you have a lot. That's right, and we know an awful lot of other people that basically sing. To be honest, we know people that could get us in trouble if we said they're over on this one channel that doesn't like internet. But they're all professional singers also, and they're wanting to get away from being little boys and little girls anymore, and show people.
Oh yeah, there's some. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
We got a repertoire of people that you're going to start seeing coming out. Like this thing behind us, that's a start. This thing behind us is 20 foot long. And it enables us now, like people say, you people are in a cavern. Well, the camera is no longer 10 foot away, it's 20 foot away. That's the difference. We now have a wider angle lens because before, we couldn't I couldn't do this. There's just not enough. See now, instead of just being little, we can sit there and go so far out the camera lens can't even catch us now. And we can go. See? And then you go.
You're being silly.
Bye. That's how much room do we have to work in now, which is completely and absolutely different from what it was before. But like our chain stuff tends to go on top of our chain stuff. Hey, and then look at the bright side, folks. Like everybody says, that right now, well, instead of breaking his leg, he should have broken his jaw, and then you could get him off camera. Well, I am now setting over on a different section of the whole thing all by myself, so you're going to be seeing me, but if you don't want to watch if you don't want to watch Not a Spring Chick, you'll never see me again.
Oh.
If all you do is watch Not a Spring Chick on YouTube, you'll never see me.
Yeah, but see, here's the trick on that one, is that Not a Spring Chick station, it's a lot of entertainment and stuff, but I'm not wearing bikinis.
No. If you look at Chair Dog, you won't see me.
Yeah. If you go to MBN News Video Web, you'll see him and me, Old Kevin, Not a Spring Chick, and you'll see me in bikinis. But the other ones you won't.
If you see me,
no.
On Bikini Czar, you'll hear me, but you'll never see me. If you go to Cooking with Not a Spring Chick, which will be on television, hopefully this fall, going to be out on video, be available on video shortly too, in 3D and 2D. You're not going to see me then either. You'll hear me, but that's because what we did was we changed the way we were doing so I could sit there, because she doesn't know what we're going to do until we start production. Because we spring it on her, and then because we're taking recipes that you can't do, and then we're making them in a microwave.
Yeah, isn't that the comedy part?
Yeah.
Yeah. gourmet cooking in a microwave. I have no clue what I'm doing beforehand.
Yep.
They tell me I'm in a bikini, and I change the recipe while we're
And
there.
you change the
And
recipe.
it's whatever's base.
And I'm sitting there trying to make certain that it can be done, because there's no set recipes, really. There are recipes for cooking in a microwave, but you're not supposed to do a lot of what we do in a microwave.
Well, see, here's the part is, when you're working in a microwave, it's always gonna change because each microwave is different.
That's the problem.
Right? So we're making adjustments, and so we're making adjustments, and we're telling you about it, and you learn to make the adjustments yourself.
Because any microwave recipe you have is going to be designed upon a commercial microwave, which is not what you can buy. And you can't go to Walmart, you can't go to Target, you can't go to an appliance store and pick up a commercial microwave. And they'll tell you, well, this is set at this, you'll have to adjust your times. We have a time for hours, and I try, and even at that, I'm sitting there guessworking on things. Because like I said, well, it'd take an hour and a half to do in an oven. Well, how long is that going to take in a microwave? And we've not screwed up yet, you know, which is funny. we have never had a disaster, which is funny if you think about it in itself. We've had things that really made a lot more than what we figured.
And we did show them how to recover.
And we showed you the other, we've shown you, we got one that's gotten it basically we recovered from a microwave mistake, because what happened was we were doing a piece and
Oh, actually, that was in the oven, and then we recovered it with a
I
microwave.
recovered it in the microwave. We were doing a piece, we were hotting up some bread, which you can't, supposedly you can't cook in a microwave, but you actually can. So we basically got too hard in the oven, so we're on camera, basically we're talking live, yanking that thing
was real live, you saw us moving.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's not like you never did anything like that at
No,
home.
I fried basically to show you how hot the stuff is coming out of the oven, I cooked my finger. Basically, it didn't burn anything, but it really stung me. I was like, I'm sitting there trying to get that thing off so I can get it wrapped up in a piece of wet paper towel, put in the microwave, and then we're sitting there eating it on camera in front of everybody. So, the recovery, but that's what we're doing. So, I'm still going to be there because I direct everything. Well, I direct everything other than her gifting suites and her red carpets, which I won't go to. And there's a reason behind that, not because I can't, because people ask why I'm not there. The problem is that people come up to me, and oh, I remember you.
I know, and I'm trying to get him to go, and he's like, nah, it's like...
I know, but I don't want to go to where I'm spending all of my time, reminiscing with people, because what happens is, okay, another example, we went to...
I tell him we'll get unique interviews.
I know we get unique interviews, but I'll go to events. We used to go to things that MTV produced, that Viacom produced, but Viacom would basically get our videos taken off because Viacom claims ownership of anything that anybody has worked for Viacom that, past, present, or whenever. They could have died 50 years ago. They claim well, you're using this person's image without Viacom's permission. And then they'll gracefully tell you, after your videos have all been, oops, we didn't mean to have you because you're actually working with us. But they don't put the stuff back up. They don't put them back up. So, you don't see any of those videos on the internet, period. We've got hundreds of interviews from people at Viacom that work for Viacom that are not setting anywhere anymore. But what we did, we went to a thing, we went to a deal to looking for camera equipment, which the big lens we got on the camera we picked up over there at the moment, and our new screens we actually did pick up there too. So, but right off the bat, some guy, I know you. You were on Bonanza. Yeah.
They were older people.
Older people, yeah. Well, older people. I wasn't on Bonanza a lot.
Were you on Bonanza Ranch?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did some stuff on Bonanza way back. I was a cowboy.
Boy, these guys have good memories, because some of that stuff has a...
I do not look the same. First of all, most of the time, okay, if I did westerns or Indians, I always had my hair darkened. Because, if you got blonde hair, you must be the good guy. No, I never played good guy. I never played a good guy in my life, except in surf and sand movies. I was always a bad person. I was a bad person in surf and sand movies. But because they always said, well, you spent too much time looking at the lead actress. Well, no, most most of the time I tended to, because I tended to have a job because they trusted me to get up.